Dumelang, hello, hi. Welcome to yet another exciting episode ya podcast ya rona ke Qwaqwa Radio podcast. My name is Mamosala Lerata and of course I am your host. And in this season, ntse re shebana le maphelo a dibudi tsa rona tseo le di ratang tsa Qwaqwa Radio. Jwale, this is a platform in this season particularly me leng hore he ka nnete re tlo ba utlwa over and beyond hore fela re ba mamele radio so re tlo ba tseba haholwanyana jwale tsatsing la ka jeno re tsamaya le abuti analeng voice ke the brother with a voice. I can already ke khona lo imagine already hore wa guessa hore ke bua ka mang. We have TXG in studio with us. Dumela ngane so kae?
Hey Salas.
Hi.
Ke pizza ke tse wena.
Ke pizza man, I'm happy to have you.
No, I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you.
And
it's pleased to be here.
Before Rikala, I just want to put it out there, Hore, you are one of the presenters who were very fond with me when I started Qwaqwa Radio.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Jwale, ha re kena ditabeng tsa rona, ha re bua ka TXG, re bua ka Xolani Tshabalala. Who are we talking about? O holetse kae, o hlahetse kae? Batswadi ke mang? Ke bo mang? O ngwana bo kae lapeng?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let me take this opportunity happy to say thank you guys for having me. Xolani Tshabalala, hey man. Ke ngwana mo, ke tswaletse Qwaqwa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, ke tswaletse
yeah,
Qwaqwa.
they're raising their eyebrow because
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But I also, have it's paternal family. Wabona ko KZN, and yeah, but most of the time ke holetse mo, and then I'm ambitious. A go-getter. Someone like at times, like, you not afraid to maybe try new challenges. So, but overall, what I can say, Gore, there are times where I like to explore. Like, in which sense? Like, if, let's say, maybe, I don't know something, and I wanna venture into it or and the manner I was raised even today I still utilize do not be afraid. Yes, it doesn't mean or maybe no if you ask. So yes, I still utilize that kind of a thing even today. I'm not afraid to say, hey, how am I opening this bottle? Okay. Yeah, but overall, yes, I spent maybe like couple of years, maybe 2-3 years, go KZN as I was a kid. But then most of the years I spent Qwaqwa. Yeah. Qwaqwa, yes. Tesing, Mwedi. Yeah, Mwedi. Haholo ba re ke tule ya marena.
Yeah. Ke tule ya marena. Jwale, o kata o hlalosa, you mentioned nkgono wa hao. O hodisitswe ke nkgono kapo o hodisitswe ke batswadi?
Ke hodisitswe ke nkgono. Yeah, ke hodisitswe ke nkgono on my mother's side.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes. Ke hodisitswe ke nkgono, and up until like from primary until you are high school, matric. So my upbringing was, I'm fortunate, Kayona. It was not maybe like the fancy one, where I understand, but like I learned a lot in it. And happy the times you have to over matured sometimes, but whereas at the same time you're still enjoying your childhood. Yeah. Hey man, hazangi kabale body toys and what. Marie never bothered me.
Really?
I never.
Tell us about that, because we know up until this day they're still experiencing hecticness. I can't buy ngwana ka toy or ngwana ha sena toy ya bapala le bana ba bang, for instance. Iba bothata ho ngwana le motswadi. But when you mentioning it never bothered you?
Yes. You know, what I can tell you, Salas, it's one thing, kids do understand, but it depends. Maybe let me put it that way. Mara bana ba kgona utlwisisa ha o kgona ho beha ngwana fatshe and le yena wa kgona ho sheba mo a holelang teng or surrounding yaka heso ho so webon, and time to time hape nkgono will always tell you guys, I mean, this is how we live webon, re ka se batle hore we compare le, I mean, mamsala ha bona ya bona, they kind of like living. So you have to understand when I appreciate what you have, and then that's how we were brought up, myself and my sibling and cousin, because we were three of us. So I was like, yeah, no, I mean, there's nothing to worry about. Maybe another thing that made me not to worry, ne? Kitabaya, like, you know, I possess a lot of characters, a lot of maybe talents. And amongst that, I was a writer, and until I stopped in some, you know, time ago, I don't even have a book up to myself. I don't even have nothing. But I'm a writer, I know. So growing up, ne, as I said, I was never bothered by the toy and what. Funny enough is, I will maybe like pick 10 yamajwenyana, and where I will be there, I will know every character that I have. But this stone, it's John. This one is Precious, and what? I will make the storyline about it, you know, every time, every day. I'm playing, I'm continuing this story, I'm doing whatever.
A whole production of you. Exactly. Nice as a child. Nice.
So I enjoy it. That's why I said, like, if I had, maybe I could have the chance again to say, I mean, would you mind going back to your childhood? I wouldn't. You know, I will be more than pleased to go back again. Like, I mean, because I was enjoying it there. But like I say, go back to my words. I mean, kids do understand. If I mean, this is the situation we have, and I mean, you know, you have to like be, you know, appreciative of what you have, and that's how I was brought up, Linda, and I appreciate, you know, even though she's late, but I mean, she played a pivotal role, my grandmother, more on my upbringing.
So would you say it's important for parents to have that tough conversation in order for them compare with other kids?
Absolutely. It's very important. Like, you know, sometimes understand. You never know. But I never built different. You know, that is why sometimes even nowadays we see this generation. How do you know that? You never taught them, but they know already. You know, so Lebona, it's the same thing. You know, don't just assume for one or I maybe I understand that. Oh, what? Otolo already since our situation is one high, but then what's left is to you to say, my son, my daughter. I mean, we just in this phase. Maybe like we're gonna be fine. Maybe in the next 3-6 months coming. So I mean, like I said, Lena, you know, I was never bothered because you can imagine like every time how you go and I end up here to say like I have to like venture into the business now. So I took exactly, yes, from primary until high school. High school, I remember the secret the sweetie fella. Primary the cuckoo the body sweet. You know, like I get travel like you hope you know, as a kid. Everything started more primary, and I was about maybe like 9-10 years. So there was this lady, man. It's not. It's a girl anyway. So this girl, hey man, this girl, man, I want to man. Oh, hey. Every time I talk on nashoti, hi, kiko kuku, I cannot chelate, and I will be like, ah, sawara for when a baby girl.
At the age of 10,
you know.
Okay.
But then the funny thing is about killing the kuku. I had to replace the money for it. That's how I was working. So I had to say, you know what? Everything that I'm giving for free, it has to come out of my pocket, because if it's a business, I won't be good. Yeah.
So in a nutshell, I think it shaped you, or rather made you very conscious of how much you are willing to give.
Yes.
You were not just giving because
exactly. You see.
Oh, nice. So
I was like that. So until I said, you know what, man, until one of my friends back then, you know, and there's nothing happening. Kira, no, man, I like the girl, man. Arai, can be like that, Kira Marai. But then, you know, how that's when, you know, some things you realize already. Yes, someone can advise you about this, but then at the end of the day, the last decision is yours. I will do it anyway. So, and I was like, this guy is right, because every time he can spend more, you know, it's a mohonna, so I had to do something. And back then, go higher happy, you know, the men are holanga thing. The way ki rekisang lena awana like lena ke khono meet ma halfway. Because you can imagine, rona berekera bo ranta so you can imagine if motemo o bona ngwane o na le bo 2 ranta 3 ranta ya carry. So like I said, it never bothered me because I know my background mo ke tswang teng or like I can't compare myself le bana ba bang, but I have to appreciate what I have. So that's how I was like, you know, as I say, my childhood shaped me, I mean, in a manner of like in many instances, you know, how you view some things le life yona in general or we bona jwang and to tse ding diqeto tse ding kang, you had to be like, okay, you know, this is what I do it because I want to, or it's to please someone at the end of the day. Yeah.
Now, TX, as you are talking, the fewer times that you have mentioned Nkgonwa Hao,
yes,
your voice changes. Now, tell us about Nkgonwa Hao, and may her soul continue to rest in peace. And the role that she has played Bophelong ba hao.
Yes, no, thank you. You know, like Nkgonwa ka I will say nelemota like, hey man, but most of the time discipline, do you know? Like growing up, you had to, every Sunday is church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you say cracking, hey, I mean, you know, and I will be like, okay, no, man, I mean, we have to do some things. But for yena in general, ona rata horing like are routine to hilo what's king and like I said my sibling and my cousin, 3 of us. So every time if emung fitly high pele before emung but if you have to wait for us, you have to wait for them or then after that say hi but to go fella se ba jele kana ka re o ka iphetanya. So she was that kind of a person. We live to share nahanela muthiemo. I understand, and this is how you're supposed to do it in life. And I was like, no, I mean, okay, some things as ulengwana you may not understand them, you know, because like lena hanetse ke hola ne ke thabela ma lena ke lakatsa or ish engare nka tsama bosibu just like my friends wa bona ka fitla ka my 80 ka tlung bosibu wa bona, because my friend can do it, why nna ke sa gone, why nkgono na a sa batle ke va bosibu wa bona. So why God umpile mo, I understand. I would just ask myself questions, stuff like that. So but then until you realize or this person was right, because kind of so bona dinto ho ya ka tsile wena na di bona ka teng. We understand. Yes. So I mean, in a nutshell, I would say in a motelong or like she wished like the grandkids. Hey guys, there's nothing that I wish than you to have just a good life. I understand. Like it's not next. I remember before, I mean a year before she would pass away, she said, I don't have mafa eklausiela on. But the only thing I will leave you with, it's you to pray, whatever you do, I mean, whatever you need, just, you know, you will have to pray for it. And I said, I know, it's fine, my grace. You have done a lot. And, you know, sometimes they can check the surroundings. Or when I as a child, okay, I mean, yes, I understand, maybe like your parents are busy, life happens, but then they will forever wish, when or money ube sharp. And you know, those their words are if kisa ukhalimeli, I don't love you. It means like no my but it shows that I love you. I'm showing you the way where I understand. So like I say, some words you realize mutai was right. You understand what I'm saying?
So now growing up with all the struggles and what do you think she raised a well-mannered motho a tshwanang le wena, wa bona, you're very cautious.
Yeah.
As Pemari said, you are very you're very particular and specific in everything that you do and you partake in. So akareng ho wena, I mean, I believe from then until now, hona le phapang e kgolo. How nahana akareng?
You know, I mean, Manse, I can't be sure, come on,
Yeah.
But what I think, she would be like, she would just give me a smile. She would just give me a smile, because at the end of the day, Lena, growing up, I was telling her, or whatever king, like one day, Lena, I wish, man, be behind the mic, radio. Hey, she laughed at me
she
to say,
knew.
yeah, but maybe she take it in passing, not thinking what I was serious about it, because Lena was like, yeah, I know, man. But some callings, Dikala, like, very, very long time ago. Because what I will tell you, she bought me a phone in a recorder, but at the same time, Bluetooth, so every time before Kirobala, I would record myself 10-15 minutes, there's this guy, I'm forgetting his name, man. It's what do you call this station? I've forgotten. I don't know why he's forgetful. But then I was always listening to the guy. And I was like, okay, no, man, I like this. How I do it? Every time, every evening, I would like record myself. There's Kibu, okay, Chico time, how it is. I mean, yeah, you're still listening to me. Yeah, And then I'm a play it and listen to myself a bit to say, yeah. And then there was a friend of mine to say, hey, man, radio. And I was like, yeah, let's go. Let's pursue this. Maybe it's a matter of time, but then let's go for it. Yeah, I understand, but now I mean, I love English, bro. Yeah. So up until life happens. I mean, he took his journey, and then I continue with my struggles and keyboard, or like how I pursue it. I mean, like the industry, because, like I say, calling. I mean, that's how it is.
Now you're mentioning a very interesting thing, Hobane. I know TXG associated to Lesohoa. All the time, period. So, and also, take us back to that young boy in school. Apart from the fact that you would would do whatever it takes to ensure that apart from that, in class, in school, generally, the extramural activities, take us back to that young Xolani Tshabalala when he was a boy.
Like, hey, back in the days, man, it was nice. It's golden moments. Yeah, golden days. Growing up, hey, man, neki bapala ball. Too much. I was a goalkeeper, and then most of the time, hey, kilaga enjoy. But then, I had to keep up like a harin. Also, which is I enjoyed until to a certain stage where I had to now step into music. Rapper, yeah. Rapper, and then from there I was rapper. Hey man, from rapping, I joined choir. It's choral. Hey man, I done a lot, man. I've done a lot, Salas. But that's why I'm saying, I don't regret, my childhood.
So you were never a reserved child at school?
No, like, because the only thing that I kind of like regret is from Hotlako primary, high school. Because when I was doing grade 9, let me see, my sister, what's king? Na secretly metric. So when I just go for the sciences, no man, about commerce, put the accounting stuff like that, because I like business. She said, no, science got a lot of opportunities when I go for it. And then I was like, it's okay, sharp. Actually, let me just go do science. But I'm not doing it because of I want to do it. I do it because they said to go and do it. So from high school, grade 10 until 12, I did not enjoy it. I don't want to lie, I just did it for the sake of I had to pass and progress to the next grade. But for me, the subjects, yes, they may be cool, but for me, I wanted have how it feels, accounting. I mean, the expenditures, cash flows,
cash flow.
So because surprisingly, you would ask yourself, or I do science, market about the sweet and stuff like that. Someone even asked me, why when I was at science, the sweet? I mean, you are into business. You understand?
Yeah.
So I mean, I was like, hey, this at science, has opportunities and what. So that's when I realized, sometimes it's so otherwise. For when I would say the choices based on people's choice or decisions, not yours. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, life happened. I mean, you know how it is.
Science.
Yeah, science, but my heart was still into a business. So I want to hey man, I remember some year I was doing grade 11. So grade 11, the sweetie, and everybody started selling the sweetie. I was not like angry or maybe like mad at them. But something told me like, yeah, this is nice. Haribone, what will be your next move? I had to come up with some plan to keep my, customers. This one is loyal.
So instead of dwelling on the fact, but I'm the one who started, why later? Instead
no,
that
I loved it. I loved it.
What's the next step?
Yeah, I loved it because, it showed me this time around, if the more the competition is, the tougher maybe it gets. I have to think outside the box. So that's why but then from that time, I was 2 packets. So another profit, okay, profiting, let me just come on, ki supply with 2 randa my loyal customer. They will spread the news. So if it's the first time, I'm gonna give you the 2. So the loyal one, this one always buy here most of the time. I mean, I have to. 7, 8, you are one. So extra thing already, I've already paid for it because it's about you want to run short. So that's why I'm saying I enjoyed every step of the way, up until we had to finish the matric. Life happens after more.
Yeah. That's where we get into.
Yeah.
Life after matric.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was tough because high school, we take anything. Car business, the sweets and all. Looking at the airtime, I had money every time. Kids say, I know. Take toiletries. So it was great that back then, but then after matric, then you have to face life. That's
when real life starts.
That's when the journey begins. So it happened. It was for me. Let me just keep on. 2015. Yeah, no, what's up again? Let me just do what I have to do. Keep on. What's happening? Head to now. Go KZN. Majuba College. Ki June. The second trimester. It's this is my trimester. Trimester, if I'm not mistaken. So, but then June. I know. Let me just wait for June anyway, because January was always packed.
Yeah.
Every
always.
college or university so let me just harass them. So Kiduti from January until June, still doing nothing that side. So I was like, yeah. Then come time, Kaya Kuku College, Majuba, Kaya Samtlakas, still pursuing the sciences. So but then I know, I mean, that's how it is. I did my best. Yeah, I'm fair too. And okay, sharp. Aye, no problem. My first trimester, okay, sharp. Then I enroll again towards the end of the year, 2015, sharp. Still okay. Up until Slimos Fela, and then as fela is December time ke re high ke betse ke no guys ai oti ngbuile khai ngiyoba bona o macraze sharp hayi khutlela qwaqwa bamnati. Then 2016 January I had to go back fihlela kwana. I mean we do what we have to do, so kare man no okay, like what's happening, you know, I had to, because nabampatal next can ka bazar or anything. So some financial hanya nefela, then I had to pause a bit. So karai no, February I continue sharp. April there was a workshop at the writers. So okay, let me go there, man. I don't have a laptop or what, but that won't intimidate me. I'm gonna go there to workshop. Okay. Ke ntate moholo ochong abutuan ntati. That's how you call them. Ubaba mkhulu.
Oh yes, okay.
Yeah. So Lee and I was into this kind of like the film things, TV thing, because kapola kana unaitsang inekena ka SABC 1, yeah, back then, because he was part and parcel of the casting, whatever. So okay, no man, how be not. And then he said, oh sure, you wanna go to the workshop? Yeah, I'm sure. The workshop was held by Kid Mama Mebongi, that one anangwala generation sabos bosisodom bontombi. I was like, wow, that's really nice. That's why I say, let me go there, because I know I'm a writer too. So I went there. First day, she did the introduction, Anyani, you know, RFID pamphlet, 3D pen and stuff like that to say, okay, guys, I mean, we're going to do this, right? Tomorrow, whatever I will be asking from you, sharp, okay. Tomorrow is the second day of workshop. And then, yeah, okay. She said, all right, hurry in here. Give me your character. Tell me about your character, Mono, or then what's happening, what's what. The climax and what, and maybe perhaps the ending. We went over shapa. I did that, and most of people never in that particular classroom. I mean, everyone had a laptop except me, so you can understand. But I did never allow that to get through my head to say when I want a laptop. I mean, I want to keep it fast. I know, man, I don't care. I wrote down. She gave us approximately 15 minutes. So on that kind of a notepad. Sharp. After 15 minutes, I collect. How do you collect? Jabona went through them. So fast, how she does this so fast. So sharp. Maybe we were 25 or if not 23. About Tshabalala. I had to raise my hand. Yeah, this one. I was like,
the guy without the laptop.
Exactly. You can imagine.
Wow,
so I was
nice.
like, wow. So from that day, that's when I realized. Then we took a break. Now attention is on me now. People started to talk with me. Yesterday, no one cared about me. That's when I realized. I said, okay, that's how life works. If you maybe.
What did that teach you?
It taught me, like, first thing, like I say, never underestimate yourself. Go understand. Never underestimate yourself. Hore o kena ka ga batho ba pering eng ngwaneso wena ona eng ska ipea fatshe. Ke ntwe ke thutileng yona e. Because exactly, well, I understand. So motho ha tsebe a ka o jaja monana but a ba sa tsebo your capabilities, your strengths, So I was like, yeah, no. This is how it is, Oshong. And we do it. Continue. And I say the last day they gave us to say, do the synopsis, maybe for 15 minutes, approximately 30 minutes. It's about the best one. I'm watching Handlimon, Hetlonka script, film, shoot, and then maybe go television, national TV shop. I was like, okay. So another sister came to me, said, hey, we are eyeing on you. I was kind of disappointed. I was like, okay, yeah, I know, yeah. So until sadly I did not have a laptop. Come deadline, I remember Nikile Kotse saying yes. ke paqame betheng ngwaneso ke shebile marulelo, amen, have this teary eyes to kashikuti deadline. I want ke deadline vandag. I did not submit, I don't do nothing. So until after that ke bona ba la phone la ndatemolo imona that guy was skipan. Oh guy, why is submit? Why said that? So I was like, no guys, I had no laptop. I mean ish. But they had to take the second best now. Okay, I need to see it, but let's take this one, maybe, like you see. So so that's why I can say, like, life happens. That's why, like, going back to my words, we can say, Moti, you possess many talents. It just felt like, for me, I don't know, like, why some of the things I'm not, like, into them, doing them, pursuing them, growing them as well, as I do have the love for radio as well. But everything has its time. Let me just put it that way.
Time. You didn't have a laptop at the time that you were supposed to have a laptop. In order for you to to achieve what you believed at the time was the most greatest thing. Right? What did that teach you about timing?
Like, it taught me like they can be hanyani, maybe a stumbling block on your journey. Like Sky Gicho, not having a laptop, even maybe around Kasiaka, more taking about sometimes fella smaller than people, maybe a hobos on a laptop, maybe submitting an. So it taught me sometimes you can be disadvantaged. So if you can imagine, if I had a laptop, maybe today, maybe we're talking something else. Exactly, I understand. But maybe like nako ya teng e tla etsala ka nako ya teng ha se fitla nako ya teng vele or etsala, because like my childhood, going back to it, I did a lot of things, partaking in music, drama, I was there. So, but I was like, it's fine. We will see it some other time.
Okay, now let's tap into radio.
Yes.
Lerato for radio le tswa kae, and also hore we phumane ole here.
Yes.
What happened? How did it happen?
No, like I said, back in the years, hey man, to have this desire. Most of the time, I was like, always tuning in, listening, most of the time. And then I had to let me continue. Let me continue do the hands out. You have one. He said the demo taka mo radio because kyone haufinyana fe. In 2016 I did the auditions, right? Yeah. And so said, apparently I keep auditioning, I won't mention people's names. I don't, please. I keep the auditioning, right? We were shortlisted, and ya upola mtemu ngare wena ho good nyana magatla o bona ya bona. I was like, okay, but that never broke me. Okay, it's fine, it's okay, I will continue. Like, that's the only radio ho finyan, but kitabo 2016 I did that sharp, nothing happened. 2018 ya upola ka ya Bethlehem, fitla Bethlehem still. It's okay, guys. It's the demo that so skip on. Yeah, hopola. Ausimo, Hasabita Lenona Grad, on a Sabita Bethlehem. Hasabita Lenamona, Coco Radio. You believe you can and Nikupan Lena. Hey, Mona Velakima Tatang Sumara. Hey, I get Sivella Osaka, I can't get a cocoa. I will do Strafa, one of Ali. So, and I happy to go Natabaza on the Chile, the finances at the shop. I understand. It makes sense. And I had to go back. It's 2018, right? 2019, I asked my friend, ho tsa tseseng, moedi, ke re mone khotso a re, ba bona ke hopola ne ke rekota ho Mabuti man, nna la o thengwe ke DJ ya kasi kwa Mabuti rekota ho yena. You know, I did about entire 45 minutes show. Ba bona. So after that, compiler kenya ko USB ke tlisa ke valid man. Re va ka maoto tla ko tseseng re tla mo. Ba bona. A re fitla ai go hand up ba re okay sharp. Sia ke re no, tla e bona. No man, ke ra batho bana sa banka nako man, go di se fela jwale nothing. Ke ra let me go back. Wa bona. Fitla e se le batho ba bangwe, a sa le bana ba pilo a bona ke re no man, okay sharp. No problem. Let me try to find another stick. Yeah, one. Do the same thing. But this time around, I said it's a 45, minute show. Sharp 15 minutes in. Yeah, we do it. And then Fitla mo, it was March. Yeah, early March. Empara ka phone la buti. Okay, sharp. Next week, it was Friday. Next week Monday, ki rata stick. Okay, me on a rai. Why? No, you good. Okay, it's shoots a pity. Abon, yabusibu and entertainment. All right, I did that. Kayeta, labraro kayetli sa sticky. Okay, sharp. I know. We will call you. Sticky. What was that Friday? Okay, Friday I came and I collected it. Yahola. Last week of March, they called. It was Sunday, since about last week of March, and they called. Hey, mane, what ho hela? Ka 12. I was like, yeah, ka 12. Hey, how to get to Manta? It was Sunday. So they called me around 12. So it's about at least 6 bulimona cause utsesing uhole. So I mean. The transport can't fetch you there because I got okay, I know I had to run to Maki. I'm sorry. I give it to Maki, hey Maki. Hey, Okun to say moon man, transport on yana, yeah, that's another part again. It has its own story to tell. Yeah, Makelwane, Kimang, Pamita Makatlis. Hey, like she also played a pivotal role. Yeah, one pivotal role. That's what I understand. Or sometimes some people, if they also understand you. But because then I so I was like, she's been there. I mean, I'm where I am today. She played Lena a pivotal role. And like I always say sometimes, I give thanks. Let me do my so wish or I can keep her until. So she gave me the money and Kapalam 6 p.m. and again at 12 midnight. It was like at 3. That was come the time. First time behind the mic.
Is it now your first time behind the mic?
Yes.
The whole system is new to you.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the first time. Bukaya mona ki ngoti mona na the introduction and all that. So moteklo theola lena ai ke bona motho na ha tshwara next. So this person was called Thomas. Like mthaibuang ho tshweng e tla fela. Mamedi ha ke tsamaye ke le mong. Ntwane ya re ku. Wa bona ntwane ya re ku ke re hai man ke nako. Re ke tsamale khaitsedi ya ka khaitsedi uma se ke tatazela ke tshwere sepepeshana saka ene ba le ngotse ka se go wa tsamile ke bua Sotho ke re bana show ke Sotho ai Mamedi nna ke Xolani Tshabalala dumela o e bona. So I was like I know I was kind of afraid ke opela la ntate mona la phone ra man mothakonu voice ai yone mnati man ha tska tshuwa man o kwa lo tshuile I was like I know the whole first 30 minutes I was like then after that I was nice.
You remembered.
I was like yeah, starting to settle.
Yeah,
it's nice now. The next day
the very next day.
So you can imagine how the next day is still midnight show. 12 to 3, right? So, kere, eish, Arabuti, ke tlo mamela ka man, radio is kato. Radio is kato. So I was like, well, no, it's very nice. It's like this. But then at the end of the day, ke ratile the way ke ka adapt that thing so quick because this is where I wanted to be, you know. So yeah, it was so nice, really, really nice.
Yeah. So in the times that you wanted to get into radio, in Isaizahan, and we take it through you waited for years.
Yeah.
How did you feel? And to the people who did not believe in what you knew that you carry, what would you say to them today?
What I can say is God did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I can say. God did. I remember even my mom. She will always, at times back in the years, I want to be behind the mic. So, I mean, but today, she understands. That's why I say the simpler terms I can say, God did. You know, even to some people, Kukasi, they still can't believe, oh, this guy, so, I mean, how come? How is it possible? Yeah.
So, would you say from when you were growing up, until this day, would you say that you are where you had always thought that come rain or hail?
I can say yes, because I remember back in the years, before 2016, 2015, nkile ka ke le shopong yengwe okay ke baby steamman ha ke le baby ke bona ke ne ke le ka mora mo parents ke pasina sa qwa radio singotse qwa radio. So in my heart I was like, one day I'm gonna wear this.
Yes.
And there it is.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Anything is possible when you believe. Yeah. I mean, and also putting, you know, God ahead in everything. When the time is right, He will make it happen.
You're very optimistic and generally very positive.
Yeah.
You have a very positive outlook, Bopilong. In 5 to 10 years from now, where do you see, or rather envision, Xolani Tshabalala?
You see, hey, I have a lot of desires, to venture into the businesses and do that. But like, I will leave all that in God's hands, you know. So because even I can even wish to be, but like I say, first and another thing, being, you know, a radio presenter, yes, will forever go first, and then, but I will have to also venture into a business as well because it's been forever been there. Yeah.
Ha re bua ka sekgowa sa hao.
Yeah.
Ha wa re araba hore ka bokgutshwanyane fela hore sekgowa sa hao sena se ngata se tswa kae?
You know, I mean, growing up, Nale, my sibling, we used to watch cartoons. So every time we were watching cartoons, I mean, we will mimic, we will do, say whatever it's been said on the TV. So like, Lena, like, you know, this is how we say it. I mean, you know, I like this kind of, you know, I mean, language. Lena wanna like, I wanna speak like this, you know. So yeah, it was that kind of a fashion. But other than that, Lena on my you know, spare time when I was a kid, playing, in my mind, I was, you know, reciting the script, you know, in English, you know. Like I said earlier on, George, and, you know, I give them names of George because already, you know, it has to go down with English. But yeah, that's how it came all about.
Nice. I'm going to put you on a hot seat quickly. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You just answer as honest as possible. We do not skip. All right? Now,
Okay.
first question, Free State or KZN?
It's tough one. Yeah, well, Free State, yeah.
All right. Single or marriage life?
A single.
Oh, okay. Did you say single?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, okay, that's the story for another day. What law would you ban in our country given an opportunity?
In our country, you know, hey, I will have to cut down the issue of Eish, there's so many, man. Salas, man. There's so many. But then, you know what I will ban, eh? It's tabaya, maybe to arrest someone without maybe proving them to be guilty. Because, you know, sometimes, it's so sad.
Yeah,
While still,
it
police
is.
are still investigating, you are behind
You're
bars.
behind bars,
And at the end of the
yes.
day, you are innocent. You see now. So,
And we still
yes.
say
Yeah.
you're not guilty until proven guilty. but
Exactly.
yet
So,
you are.
I mean,
Okay, nice one.
Yeah, I am who I am today. Yeah. Give thanks.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you
so
for
much
having
being
me.
honest and open.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and comment, share, and like. Thank you so much for watching. Until we do this again, it's a goodbye.